Welcome back. I want to start off by apologizing. Again, I'm doing these things in the morning, and I apologize for not wishing everyone a happy Halloween. Hopefully, if you're a fan on Facebook, then you got that message anyways. We wished everyone a happy Halloween and a safe Halloween. So again, hopefully everyone was and is recovered from whatever sugar intake we had last night from many of our kids' goodie bags. Hopefully there's still some left for your kids today. But anyways, let's jump right back into where we were. We were talking about listening yesterday. I want to talk more today about the application of listening, because listening, it seems like is a very, very simple concept, because again, just physically, hey, stay quiet, listen, hear what people are saying. But we've got to make someone aware that we're listening as well. And there's a commonly taught technique out there, which I am adamantly against, which is the technique of repeating back to someone what they just said. Now, why am I against it? Is number one, it just doesn't sound natural. How many people do you interact with on a day-to-day basis or at any point in your life that repeat back what you just said to them? It sounds weird. Who wants to do business with someone that sounds weird? So again, let's focus on how we can accomplish the fact of letting someone know we're listening to them without sounding weird or inhuman. Now, there's a simple technique that is called acknowledgement. Now, we don't always get a question, sometimes we get a concern. So if you're getting concern, a simple empathetic statement, I understand what you're saying, I can appreciate what you're saying, I value what you're saying, or something of that sort, prefacing our response, which is going to let someone know whether we're listening. Again, if someone's given us a concern, and we respond with something that has zero to do with what it is that they just said and stated as concern, then they're going to know we weren't listening anyways. And the same is true when we're dealing in questions. When someone asks you a question, a simple response of, great question, good question, I'm glad you asked that question, hey, that's a phenomenal question, something along those lines to acknowledge the question. And then again, just like when it was addressing a concern, what we say back to that person will let them know if we were listening by giving them a clear answer to their question. So it's imperative that we do not sound weird, but we just sound natural, we sound human, we are acknowledging what someone said, and again, then responding and showing that we were listening through our response, whether to a question or whether to a concern. Now, again, there's so many other factors of listening, again, being tuned in if we're in face-to-face environments. Obviously, you've got to maintain that eye contact. You've got to maintain all of these positives. Let someone know you're listening. But for those people that are selling over the phone, of course, there is no other way than what we just said right now to let someone know you're listening, which is based on your response and that acknowledgement. So again, let's put this into practice today. Before we do, let's wrap up our day with a nice quote. This is from Ralph Nichols. He says, "The most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and to be understood. The best way to understand people is to listen to them." So again, let's put this into practice today. Let's get out there and do our best to listen to the people we're speaking with and hear what they're saying to us. Not just hear it so we can respond, but hear it so we can understand and understand their needs and then therefore solve their problems. Have an awesome day. Get out there, be successful, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the AM.